couple days out. Just been waiting a long time for this. Just what's kind of the thought process now? Does it feel more real than it did a week ago?
Yeah, it definitely feels more real than a week ago. Me and the guys, we just taking it one day, one step at a time. So we're ready.
How's preparation gone, Jaren? You feel comfortable with the game plan and
Yeah,
everything
I actually do feel really well with the game plan. From Monday to now, I feel a lot better with the game plan. We've been able to go over it and rep it. I've got a chance to watch film and really get a better understanding. So I'm feeling really good about the game plan.
What's the transition been like for you personally in the battle, most of camp, and then now focusing on being the guy? What has that been like, transitioning to focusing on the Gators?
Really, it's not that much of a difference because we still going out there every day, competing, working hard. I guess the difference would be just now we're preparing for a team, instead of going against our defense and getting those looks. But I guess now I say the biggest difference is that we're preparing for our first opponent.
You spent some time with Jimmy Johnson following practice. What did he share with you?
He's a great guy. I love him. He's just said to me, protect the ball. He said, I like the way you spin the ball. He said some nice things, and really just said take it one step, one play at a time. Don't let the moment get too big. So
Obviously, you're already fired up for the game on Saturday, but how much does that amp you up even more that he comes out, talks to the team today, and spends time just with you one-on-one?
Yeah, it gets me. It fired me up. His speech he gave us fired me up. I'll tell you that. But I know I gotta stay here, not too high, not too low. I'm gonna just stay right in the middle and just take it one play, one call at a time. So.
Do you feel becoming a starting quarterback has elevated you to be a leader of the team, or was that a gradual process for you?
I feel like it's a gradual process because throughout the summer, the spring, my thing was I'm gonna show these guys that I'm gonna work and give everything I got for them. So, I go out there every day and I really give everything I had, empty the tank for them, just to show them that I'm gonna be a guy that y'all can rely on. So I feel like doing that time after time gradually built that leadership. So then when I was, had the opportunity to be named the starting quarterback, I was already kind of in that leadership role. So it was just kind of carried on.
Is the excitement level growing? You see the moving truck out front, a couple days away. Are you feeling it?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we're all feeling it. We're all feeling it.
In your quiet times, have you had a chance to think about just how big this game is and the moment that you're stepping into?
Yeah, and I know it's a big game, but that's the thing. Like me and the guys, we talked about it. We know it's a big game, but our focus is, that one play at that one time. We're not gonna listen to the fans screaming. We tuning all out. We tuning all out the noise. All the noise, we tuning it out, and we're just gonna focus on our assignment.
Considering where things were in the spring, we had heard about the potential for you thinking about transferring to this moment now. How much of a roller coaster has it been, and how rewarding is it before this game?
It's very rewarding, and that just really comes with me just trusting God. I prayed about it, and I know He would never leave me wrong. So just really put my faith in Him and let Him guide my steps. So
Did you kind of feel like you personally kind of had a turning point at some point, whether it was in the winter or kind of coming into spring practice, where last year seemed like it was a little bit of a tough year for you, where it kind of started to move in the right direction?
I would say that January, when we got back after the season, we knew Coach Diaz was our head coach, and I feel like the whole mindset just started to change for everybody. My mindset was, I'm gonna come here and I'm gonna work. I'm gonna work and I'm gonna compete every day. So
obviously in a game like this, it won't always go perfectly. So have you thought about when that first time that adversity hits, how you're going to respond, and how do you prepare yourself for something like that?
I would just say, just like in practice, when you make a bad throw, Coach, he's on you, he lets you know. But the thing is, in a game, when it happens, you got to just think next play. You can't harp on it. You got to move on next play and I got to encourage my guys around me and let them know we got a whole game to play. So we got to forget about that play and get to the next play.
Let's do a couple more. How often, we hear from athletes all the time that we don't hear the crowd on the outside, but how often does that tend to sink in, get in through the ear holes of the helmet, that you're able to hear the crowd and kind of the nerves come back?
I'm sorry, you said
how often do you guys actually hear the crowd? Like, do they play into it? Whether it's the opposing or your fans?
it's kind of like this mental state we go into. It's just like where we're just locked in on the moment, and it's like everything around us is quiet. So I know for me and a couple other guys that I talk to, we just go into that state where it's like we just tune out everything and we just lock in and just get ready to play. So.
How's it been for you personally being the starter here? Just like, have you heard from text messages from friends you haven't heard in a while? Heard from any alumni that like, oh my God, this guy texted me? What's it been like? What's that like been like?
Yeah, I have a lot of family and friends that texted me and called me that, just let me know they're very proud of me for all the hard work that I put in. And, I was very appreciative of them reaching out to me. It meant a lot. It means a lot. But yeah, I did get a lot of text messages and phone calls.
Any interesting alumni reach out that you're like, oh, like that kind of surprised you, or?
I wouldn't say any that surprised me, but I have a little quarterback group that we all stay in contact with, like Brad Kaya, Stephen Morris, Malik, and those guys. So it wasn't anything surprising.
Have they given you any advice that you weren't thinking before? Some of the guys who've started games here, have they given you any advice about what to expect?
They really just told me, be confident and be you. I know this is the moment you prepare your whole life for, so, don't let the moment get too big for you. Brad and them, they tell me, just go out there and just be you and have fun with it. This is once in a lifetime opportunity, so just take advantage of it.